Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Noelle and I do unboxings here, mostly lifestyle subscription boxes, but also some stationery, books, beauty, jewelry, even a dash of Disney. So if you like unboxings, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the notification bell. And as always, if you're already subscribed, thank you again so much for being here and welcome back. Today I've got an artisan box from GlobeIn to share with you. Now this is one that I actually purchased in the artisan shop versus getting it through their subscription. But remember, the subscription is always the best deal. In the shop, the boxes are $60, but with the subscription where you get to choose your own box at the beginning of each month, it's just $40 a month plus $10 in shipping. And obviously, if you do a little bit of a longer subscription, you're getting a price break. And again, depending on the length of your subscription, there are other perks in terms of when you get to select your box at the beginning of each month. Now, each month they have a new theme and they have a handful of brand new boxes, which are only available to subscribers at first. They'll also bring back some boxes from past months if you haven't gotten your hands on them already. So there's usually like 15 to 20 different options. But one of the things that I really like is if for whatever reason you already have all of the boxes that you want out of those 15 to 20 options, you can get store credit instead to really ensure that you're going to get pieces that you're going to be able to use and love in your own home. Now, if you're interested in subscribing, I definitely suggest checking out their Facebook group. It's very active and they do full spoilers of the upcoming theme and boxes that will be available. So definitely check that out. If you would like to subscribe, you can use the link that I'll leave for you in the description box below to actually save $30 on a 3-month or longer subscription. So that makes it an awesome deal. But let's take a look at the box that I got. Now, I have to say, I do still think that the boxes that you can get in the artisan shop are a good deal. You're still getting a price break compared to buying each of the individual pieces, but you can always buy the individual pieces as well. So I do like that you can shop from the shop instead of having to do a subscription. So it's always a nice option to remember. Now this box is one that I've had my eye on for a long time. I believe it debuted all the way back in May of 2020. I was a subscriber, I believe, at that point, and I actually wound up getting a different box, or maybe this box just wasn't available when I got in there to select. So I was really happy to see it show up again in the artisan shop. That said, it did come in the beautiful peach box that they always have with the lovely interior, which you can always turn that box inside out and then it's like it's already wrapped, which is always a great option. People do that a lot, especially around the holidays. And they used to have like a more substantial product pamphlet, and I kind of miss that. Now they're doing postcards with a little QR code, which I totally get saves on printing and paper, but I do kind of miss these nice little booklets that they put together, just beautiful, gorgeous, full color photos, as well as often some recipes and tips for using the products. Most of that is still available online with those QR codes, although I have noticed like a few little like editing issues sometimes when I've been going through it, especially when I'm going through it and doing an unboxing on my phone. It's a little bit tricky to like kind of scroll back through the different sections. So I do kind of miss these little pamphlets and I'm happy to see one. So this is the prep box, you guys, and it's very colorful and I'm really excited to see all of the items in person. So I went ahead and pulled the items out of the box just so there wouldn't be too much rustling, but I am going to have to unpackage some of them, so you'll have to bear with me. Now the first item is just this gorgeous colander. Now I did get another box with a beautiful blue ceramic colander, which we've been using, but I love this kind where it's just like metal and enamel, so it's very lightweight and easy to kind of use in your kitchen. It doesn't get too heavy. It's not going to like crash in the sink. I don't actually have any that have this sort of like clustered hole effect like this, and I just thought this color was so pretty. And I often like to use like nice colanders for washing grapes, but then having them out on the counter or in the fridge getting nice and cold and crisp. So this will be a great option for those grapes, and like I said, it's really, really pretty. Let me see if I can find a little information about it here in this booklet. I'm sure there's a ton. So they have it filled with berries, which is great. So this came from India, and the artisan that they're featuring and talking about is Dilshad Hussain and Danish. So let me read a little bit. It says, "Say hello to Dilshad Hussain and his brother Danish. Dilshad and Danish are a few of the metalworking artisan partners who developed your colander. Their father was one of the first artisans practicing this craft in Moradabad, India. Dilshad and his brothers Shamshad and Danish took up their father's craft at age 15, but instead of working for a factory, became entrepreneurs and built a a fair trade studio of their own from the ground up. I think that is so awesome, and that's the best part about GlobeIn, is knowing that all of the items are ethically and sustainably sourced, and getting to read a little bit about these artists that make all of the products. So suggested use, it says ethically made and gorgeously colorful, this beauty makes preparing everything from pasta to potatoes so much more satisfying. So in the back, you guys, this for example is something that I miss now, is they used to have like these like recipes, a bowl you can eat, pineapple and watermelon fruit bowls, and then they're also talking about keeping your berries nice and fresh. When they start to go bad, you can always puree and freeze them or make a sauce. So just those kind of fun little tips are like things that are probably somewhere on their website, but I wouldn't just necessarily like look for them. So it was always nice to have these little booklets. I wish that they would kind of add that to the pages that they have that you now go to with the QR code. So this is the item that is very, very colorful, which is the one item. Usually with these bundles, like there's like 1 or 2 items where I'm like, I probably wouldn't pick this out for myself, but again, it's such a great value to go ahead and get this like sort of curated bundle. So this is much bigger than I actually thought it was. It's a fruit basket, but it's made out of like sari material. So I don't have a lot of, I have really high ceilings in my kitchen area, so it would be kind of tricky, I think, for me to have this hanging unless I did another like long chain. But it's not necessarily like my style either, just it's like so bright and colorful, and you guys know me, I'm like pretty basic when it comes to patterns and color. I like to have a lot of neutral tones, but it is really well made, and I can see that you would be able to put a lot of fruit in it. It would look really like fun and festive. I'm sure you could use it for something else as well, like if you had like, I don't know, tennis balls or something in your garage that you wanted to store. So I'll have to maybe find an alternative use for it. It's got this fun like colorful like tassel at the bottom where all of the pieces come together, and then at the top it's just got this like braided loop. So it does feel like it's well made, but I'm gonna have to like find something else to use it for than what it was intended. But let's read a little bit about this macrame hanging fruit basket made of upcycled saris. It also came from India and the same company called Noah's Ark, and the artisan that they're featuring is Farzana Begum. This fruit basket hanger is made from upcycled saris, which are clean, twisted into strands, and then woven. These saris were made in a small remote village called Baga in Moradabad, India. In this artisan group, all the weaving is finished by women. The 6 female artisans weaving in this group have learned their skills from multiple generations of female weavers. And then it tells us a little bit more, but I won't read all of it to you. But it says the suggested use, this is a unique and inventive alternative to fruit storage, adding a sustainable and unbelievably colorful conversation piece to your kitchen. So I actually have another gorgeous like gold fruit basket that I got from GlobeIn, so I'm going to stick with that. And if you guys have any great ideas for ways that I could use this sari basket, let me know. And again, I'll have to kind of figure out how I'm going to hang it somewhere, because you can't really hang it like on the wall because it's going to stick out. So it does have to actually hang from the ceiling. But I'm kind of thinking I might put it somewhere in my garage. I know that's kind of a shame, but we do have a lot of storage in our garage, and I love having like sort of inventive but also beautiful storage options. All right, we've got a couple more items to go, so let me just put this colander out of the way. Now, this was the item that I was really excited about, and it is all wrapped up nicely. They had some like issues with like packing, and I even received a couple of broken items that I'm still actually waiting on my replacements for, but it does seem like someone got a talking to in their warehouse, because everything that I've received recently has been really, really well packed. Now, this is a ceramic like berry holder, so it's in that classic shape, like those little like green plastic ones that strawberries always come in, and it's like about to be strawberry season, so I'm really, really excited. And again, just a beautiful, beautiful color. My kitchen is actually very much like dark colors, like red and black, but I just think this like screams spring, and I think it would be so nice. It's actually really big, so it feels like you could actually just sit one of those plastic containers right in there without having to like actually transfer everything out. And I know some people have actually like stopped up the holes and made it into a planter, but again, I think this would be a great and beautiful way to have your berries available once you like wash and clean them, and then you can have them in your fridge or out on your counter, and it's just going to look a lot prettier than whatever you've actually brought the produce home in. So let me see if I can find this in here. This is a large ceramic berry basket, and this came from the country of Morocco, and the artisan that they're featuring is Mohammed Ait Iku. So Mohammed is a proud father of 5 kids and an indispensable master artisan in Abdeslam's ceramic workshop. He has 38 years of experience, which he gathered from ceramic factories and artisan groups all around the country. He's been working with the company since 2012. And then for suggested use, it says a beautiful blue addition to your countertop. The uses for this in your kitchen are endless as they are beautiful, so you don't have to just put berries in it. But again, I do think it would be so gorgeous with some bright strawberries or blueberries or what have you in there, maybe a medley of all kinds of different ones. And again, if you guys have any suggestions, I would love to hear in the comments below. We have one more item, so this is definitely kind of a springy feeling box, and this one is wrapped up in this cardboard box, so I do need to get my scissors out so that I can just score this tape. And this, I believe, is a gorgeous cutting board. Now, I have so many cutting boards in my house, and yet I still need more because I really need one that's like bigger. I have lots of really small ones, and I'm getting to the point where I want to have more interesting ones, just to do charcuterie boards and have nicer ones that aren't actually for like practical use and a little bit more for display use. So again, I need my scissors here so I can cut through this tape. Hopefully I can cut through it without gouging my beautiful new cutting board, and I think that's what it is. Sounds like it. It has that like weighty wood sound to it. So here it is, and I just think it's so pretty because they've laminated and put all of these different colors together, and it does have a nice sheen to it, so it's very finished instead of rough. So it's nice and thick too, you guys can see, and it's a good size. It's not necessarily like cut a pizza on size, but it is like going to be one of my fancier, I think, like display boards. So let me see if I can find some information about that. This is a laminated cutting board. It says that it is a 10 by 12, so that gives you a better idea of the size. And this again comes from Noah's Ark in India, and the artisan that they are talking about here is Talib Rasu. It says, welcome Talib Rasu to the GlobeIn family. Talib is 34 years old and is married with a 2-year-old daughter. He lives in Saranpur, India, which is known for its wooden handicrafts. Woodworking is a family career, and like many others, Talib learned his skills from his father, who is also an artisan. At the studio where he works, Talib is the head artisan and manages several young artisans underneath him. Talib's daily tasks revolve around sample development, wood sizing, and managing other artisans. And then it says, suggested use, surrounding yourself with this beautiful, ethically sourced product just makes cooking more pleasurable. So like I said, it is definitely functional. You could definitely treat it to make sure that it's food safe and everything, but I'll probably be using it more for display. But I think that's the great thing about all of the products that were in this prep box. Yes, you could definitely use it for food prep, but they're all beautiful items that you don't have to sort of like hide away once you're done with that food prep. They're all like display pieces as well, and that's why it really appealed to me. I think my favorite thing is probably this cutting board, and then like I said, I just have had my eye on this ceramic berry like basket for so long. The colander is great too. I think mostly for the color. I think it's really beautiful, and I'll have to find something to do with the sari, or I will include it in a future giveaway if one of you guys let me know that you have a good use for it. I've definitely seen mavens in the Facebook group displaying it and showing it in use. It, I guess, can make a nice like a basket for a planter basket as well, and I've definitely seen people with like beautiful ferns kind of hanging out of it, which would be a great option as well. But again, I have to like find a really tall ladder to attach anything to my ceiling, so it might be a little bit more work that I'm willing to do like on a given day. I have to like definitely save up a bunch of things that I need to do with the ceiling to get that big ladder out. If you enjoyed this video, you guys, please do give it a thumbs up. If you are interested in checking out some gorgeous items, again, you don't necessarily have to be a subscriber. You can always go to the artisan shop like I did, and they do have these artisan boxes available, and you just have to check because every day I feel like it changes, and I'm always so excited when a box that I had my eye on, that I saw once before, that when it makes another reappearance in that artisan shop, it's a great way to get your hands on it. All right, you guys, hopefully you did enjoy this video, and hopefully I see you all very soon in my next unboxing.